Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, after having our discussion on the captain of the Karakas, which is the Atma Karaka planet, in this video we will have our discussion on the part of consciousness which was least developed in the last life. So here I am talking about the Darakaraka planet. So guys, when it comes down to understanding the marriage, understanding the companionship, courtship, and your experiences over there, if you have this mindset that you take astrology as that I want this, I want that, this is not how astrology works. Astrology works just being in sync with your karma, being in sync with the way universal vibrations are reverberating around you. And guys, this is one such kind of combination over where it will serve a lot of clarity to lot many people who have been into some sort of unexpected, sudden, surprising, mysterious, betrayal, highly rewarding kind of experiences in the matters of relationship. So okay guys, we will start our discussion. First of all, to begin with, you must be finding this a little bit different. What is this Darakaraka? So for those who know Gemini Jyotish, in Gemini Jyotish, all of the Raj Yoga, all of the calculation of the Dasha is done on the basis of chiefly understanding the Chara Karaka, which can be the 7 planets. Over here, just because I follow the teaching of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and the K.N. Rao sir, we do not take into consideration Rahu and Ketu. So out of the remaining 7 planets, the planet which is going to have the lowest degree is called as the Darakaraka. Now guys, even if you will start following and researching in the principles, concept of the Gemini Jyotish as well. So over there it has been explained that in a way Darakaraka gives all the information of the matters of the 7th house in your Vedic chart. So that means if you are following Gemini Jyotish, you want any information on your commercial aspiration, your public image, attainment of the power, marriage, characteristics of your partner, for that you have to give attention to the planet with the lowest degree, which is the Darakaraka planet. In majority of the calculation around this, we don't only have to figure out the Darakaraka planet, but also we have to give attention to what is the 7th house from the Darakaraka. Whatsoever your Darakaraka planet is, in which Navamsa it is placed in the D9 chart. So all of that becomes very important. But as you know guys, my approach is a little bit different. We in this video are trying to look at the spiritual side connected to this. So let's start our discussion. All what I'm trying to say over here is that when we talk about Atma Karaka, that planet gives information regarding yourself, your soul, all on the basis of the planet with the highest degree, which could be understood in this way that your soul is the ripe, it's most refined in the matters and the energy and the attributes and signification represented by that planet. So that is the only reason being in the path laid out by that planet will make your life journey very easy. But when we come down to the Darakaraka planet, this is one such part of your life which you lack, which somehow you need someone else to enter your life and complements you over there. So lot many times people get confused while decoding different attributes. Now guys, astrology is very descriptive, it is very elaborative, but when it comes down to coming to a conclusion is always done in a one word. Now when someone is asking you, will I get married or not? Will I settle in foreign land or not? In these kind of situation, you cannot just throw all the sutras to that person. That person just wants to know the answer. So the point which I'm saying over here is that what I have felt in my assessment while working around the Gemini Jyotish is that you have to understand Darakaraka in this way that this part of your consciousness is somehow incomplete. You will always be craving and searching and being in the pursuit in the search of those attributes being represented by the Darakaraka. A lot many times people get into this mindset that Darakaraka means in this aspect of the relationship I am very proficient. That is a very amateur way of looking at the Darakaraka. Understand Darakaraka in this way and you can look at it and study it from any astrological charts dynamics between the first house and the seventh house as well. Like when we talk about the Capricorn natives, their own personality is very rigid, very disciplined, no nonsense kind of approach. So all of their emotions which they are drying themselves off, they are being devoid of, just because they are being put in those kind of designation departments and positions that it is kind of become a mandatory thing for them to be in a very isolated and being in a very strict kind of environment. So all of their requirement and expectations of the emotions which are lacking into them, they look opposite to them, which is the seventh house where they find the Cancer sign. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, that when you are approaching, you're working around the Dara Karaka, do not approach it in this way that the native himself is an expert and he is trying to manifest someone of those similar qualities to complement. No, you want that person to come representing the qualities of the Dara Karaka, because it will give you completion. This is the part of your life which you lack the most out of all the 7 planets in your astrological chart. So okay guys, understand it and look at it in this way, that your deepest intent and desire in the matters of courtship and companionship is going to be represented by the vibration of this planet. So guys, we will do a separate video over where we will try to understand the Dara Karaka, the house 7 to it, and its Navamsa placement, and applying it in different case studies in different practical charts. In this video, just try to look at the philosophical side of all the Dara Karakas. Let's just start our discussion. Now let's say, for example, if your Dara Karaka is the planet Sun, so what does it tell about? So guys, somehow it has been seen that, and it could be looked at in this way, that from the past lifetime as well, in the matters of relationship, you were not able to build that sort of confidence when it comes down to your commitment to someone in the matters of relationship, or you kind of finding and feeling yourself confident. That part and aspect of yours somehow lack, and that is the only reason whenever you are on a lookout and whenever you are with someone, a person who reverberate and who represent the pulse, the energy of the sun, somehow you find yourself to be very uplifted, well supported, and that is the kind of energy which complements very strongly with you. So guys, a lot many times it has been seen that you will get along very well with someone who is going to be very respected in the society, someone who's going to have that sort of strongly defined life purpose, high ethics, high morals, high values. That person might be coming in from a very good family background as well. Like even within the family, there is like some sort of kind of royalty, entitlement, title which this whole family lineage is carrying. So only when you will be with someone who is going to be representing the purest of the qualities of the sun. Now guys, I always say this thing, even paying attention to the astronomy can give you a lot of the insight. All the planets somehow reflect with their light what they originally receive from the sun. So that also becomes very important for someone. Like if you have planet, Dara Karaka planet as sun, so purity, honesty, truthfulness, so all this kind of originality becomes very important in the matters of the relationship, and this is what you will be searching, you will be on a lookout for. And if someday person representing these qualities will enter your life, it will give you that sort of feeling of fulfillment in the matters of relationship. Along with that guys, this is equally getting applicable even in the matters of like how you will respond in any business partnership. Like you could be a person that when it comes down to your business ethics, you want to be seen as someone, as a symbol of respect, as a symbol of royalty. Like a lot many like business and like realtors I see, they use that the king and the crown kind of symbol. So all of that as your business marketing tactics will actually establish you well in the eyes of the public, in the eyes of your audience. And like the way I already mentioned this thing, that for you to resonate very well in the matters of relationship, to find yourself being well taken care of or being in a compatible match, the qualities of the sun will provide you that. The attributes which comes to our mind when we say sun. It's about fame, it's about recognition, it's about like some sort of regality, originality, purity can be attached with the qualities which you are looking out for. Now guys, it has nothing to do with that what you will get and what will happen. Here we are just talking about your deepest inner desire, or this could be a case that this part of your personality has been not properly developed in the past lifetimes. This could be a case that your soul has gone through all kind of experiences. Understand the energy of all the planets as the conscious awareness or the experiences. Mars is the experience of energy. Saturn is the experience of grief. Like Venus is the experience of love. But fame, being in the limelight, spotlight on you might be lacking. And only when you will have that kind of experience with someone, this could be a case that you are just a regular guy and you got I don't want to say right swipe, I mean to say you got a date fixed with someone, and on the very first date this person took you to a meeting or that kind of place or that kind of big sporting event where you got a chance to feel very important, meet very prominent famous people. So this is how you will feel uplifted. And because that part of your personality, whether you know this or not, has not been developed properly from the past lifetime journey of the soul. Now guys, let's say for example, if your Dara Karaka is going to be the planet Moon. Now see, generally what has been seen that Moon is all about emotional nourishment. Now see, I don't want to say people who have got mommy issues, but generally it has been seen that on emotional plane you might not have received that sort of nourishment. And again guys, this becomes very important, giving attention to the state of the Moon in the chart. See, you have to approach all these karakas in this way. When I said this thing that the part of your personality and the consciousness which is most refined, developed and mature, look at the Atma Karaka house, sign, nakshatra, quality and features of the nakshatra. Same way, if this part of your personality and the conscious is least developed, it has got least experiences, it is devoid of those experiences, look at the state and condition of the Moon in your natal chart. Okay, Moon is your Dara Karaka, in which zodiac sign it is placed, in which nakshatra it is placed. Oh, Moon is placed in the Rohini. It looks like to be exalted, but might not have been appreciated for the beauty. Or Moon is placed in the Jyeshtha, experiences of betrayal or jealousy or being targeted. So that will give you deeper insight that what happened, what did not let you develop that part of your consciousness. And guys, what is going to be happening is that when you will have that kind of person who will enter in your life, who will be purely representing the pure qualities of the motherly, maternal kind of nourishment, this could be a case that what you seek out actually in the relationship, that someone who is going to be taking care of you as a mother, like the way our mothers took care of us when we were like toddler, when we were like that child. Now that is a different case. You might be the most uptight, perfectly planned and very kind of well planned person, but even after that, that sort of nourishment through maternal care is something which you are seeking out in your partner. So now it's not like that you have to be a Capricorn Lagna to have the energy of the Cancer in your 7th house. This is the part of your conscious awareness which has not developed properly from the past lifetime, and through companionship you want that aspect of your to get compensated. So it hardly matters when the next time you are on a dating platform or when you are going out for those meetings, and if you feel that your relationship is not working out with your partner, there is not that sense of like bonding with your partner. So the reason might be over there that the emotional attachment, your partner is not taking well care of your emotional requirements and all. Now again guys, understand this thing. It has now, when we are understanding planets on the basis of the Karaka, do not look at it in this way that being a Cancer Lagna, emotions is your priority, but it could be a case that you have other planets well taken care of. You might not realize this, but just because of when we take our analysis on the basis of the degree, we get very clear and precise answer. So this could be a case that right now you are at the peak of your career, you're not realizing it, because see guys, the way our lives are designed in the modern cities, if you go to the countryside, any of these things come into the picture, in a very immediate basis. But when we talk about the modern city, when we are young, we are chasing our career, then there are like other hobbies, other aspiration. Somehow the matters of the relationship gets in the backseat, and the effect of that comes in the midlife crisis, in some other difficult phase of the life. So all what I want to say over here is that this is what your soul and this is what you actually are seeking in terms of companionship with your partner, expectation from your partner. Let's move ahead, guys. Now let's say, for example, if your Dara Karaka is going to be the planet Mars. Now guys, understand this thing. When we talk about the innate nature of Mars, there is that degree and sense of independence, fearlessness, courage, capacity to take care of other people who are dependent on you, that sort of youthfulness and athletic kind of qualities. So whether you accept this or not, these all are the qualities which your soul has not indulged in the past lifetime. You might be like a very much in control, a good kid, a good son of your parents who never created any mess, who just went to the Ivy League college, completed, got his placement. But that sort of sense and a degree of adventure, youthfulness has been lacking. And this is what has been going on as a pattern. Whenever and wherever you saw anything wrong happening, you never raised your voice against it. You never rebelled. You never fought for something what is going wrong. Now just because, and that is the only reason this has now become like a pattern, that this part of your consciousness, of your personality is not properly developed, or it is least developed. The only thing now you are left with as an option, that when you will be with someone who is going to be exuberating all the qualities of the planet Mars, which has got with the confidence, determination, like a soldier, like very disciplined regarding the goals and the resolution, the word which you have given, the way you are committed in any relationship. So all of that will become very important. So if you keep on coming across these questions that, I am with my boyfriend or my girlfriend or my husband or my wife, she very well takes care of the whole house, she is very compatible with me, but somehow I feel something is lacking in the relationship. Somehow I feel that there is something where I want to see that part of adventurous side of my partner in the marriage and all. So that could be a case because your Dara Karaka planet is the planet Mars. That sort of adventure, like the way, guys, when we come across all these kind of cases where like the nomad couple, and there have been those cases where the wife was initially in a corporate job. She got married to a guy who is like, a creator, an influencer, and now just because he was doing very good in the business, they both started working as an influencer. They're traveling the world. So I'm not saying that you have to be like that, but somehow deep inside, these all are the qualities. The Martian qualities are something which your soul is craving for. This is the part of your personality which lack this, and through companionship, through courtship, you will feel replenished. You will feel kind of, well taken care of. Now guys, let's say for example, now if you're going to have your Dara Karaka planet as the Mercury. Now guys, we all know this thing that Mercury is like very jovial, like very childlike, very youthful. So this part of that playful side of your consciousness is not developed properly from the past lifetimes journey of the soul. And through companionship, through courtship, you are all the time seeking for these kind of qualities. So understand this thing, guys, that like lot many times people say, and people attached the physical traits to these Karakas. I will still stand by my take that I attach it more with the reverberation of the consciousness, reverberation of the conscious energies. So I would say that if your seventh lord is Venus, if your seventh lord in your natal chart is Jupiter, that might be giving you this indication that, okay, you will get a very wise partner, you will get a very kind of person who might be connected with the government and all. But actually what you are seeking in a partner is that sort of, adventurous streak. You want to go out and, play golf and indulge into those kind of, hiking and those kind of adventurous activities with your partner. You want your partner to be friendly, like a good friend with you. So becoming like a friends with your partner is something which is going to be the deepest desire of your soul, whether you accept this thing or not. Again, guys, I am repeating the same thing. It is the, on a conscious level, it is the energy which you have to understand through Dara Karaka. Mars is about dynamism. Saturn is about grief. Venus is about love. It's about beauty. So Mercury is about being friend, being youthful. So all these are the qualities which you are craving for. This aspect of your personality, the caricature of your soul, your consciousness has not been worked properly, has not been developed properly, and now in this lifetime, through companionship, you are seeking for that. That is a different case. Your partner could be very gossipy. Now definitely if Mercury is going to be afflicted, gossipy, very nosy, very chatty, and if it is well placed. Now all that information we will get to know in which condition and dignity Mercury is placed. Now when you look at the Mercury, do not look at it in this way that okay, this is what I have in this lifetime. In terms of the consciousness, in terms of the energies, this is what was lacking. So from the conscious energy level, you have to look at it in this way. So let's say for example, if your Mercury is placed in the Virgo and it is placed in the Hasta, you might be a very good accountant, you might be a very good auditor. This is what you are doing in this lifetime. But from the past lifetime, your consciousness has not been developed on this plane. That is the only reason God has given you planet like this in this lifetime. My son, my child, go and work in this lifetime. But your consciousness is craving for these kind of experiences. Moving ahead guys, now let's say for example, if your Dara Karaka is going to be the planet Jupiter. Now guys, understand it in this way. Jupiter has got everything to do with the divine wisdom, with the hopefulness, with the optimism. So this could be a case that, see, depending on the what kind of Atma Karaka you have got, because if you have the planet which represents buoyant optimism, your capacity to go higher in your belief. So if that planet has got the least degree, and if for example Saturn in your case has got the highest degree, then this could be a case that just because this sort of pessimism and hard work, you refrained yourself for taking those leap of faith. Guys, that is the only reason why Jupiter gets debilitated in the Capricorn. Capricorn does not have that capacity to take leap of faith. You go to a Capricorn person, imagine Venus or a Mercury child going to the father who is Capricorn, typical Saturn Capricorn dad. I want to leave my college. I want to go to Los Angeles, California, and I want to become an actor. Dad is going to give a smack, like a slap. What? No, you don't risk this thing just on the basis of the faith. You have hope. Be practical, be realistic, work hard, go to the college, finish your law school. So that's what I'm trying to say. That is the only reason Jupiter gets weak in the Capricorn, because Capricorn does not believe in leap of faith or lucky breaks and all. You will work hard and you will create your destiny, or you will suffer. With Capricorn, it is all in black and white. So the point which I'm trying to say over here is that if your Jupiter is the Dara Karaka, that part of your consciousness has not been developed properly. You want a partner who will give you faith, who will give you hope, who will instill optimism in you, who will give you direction. Now that is a different case. See again guys, with Jupiter, with Mercury, it has still to do with those kind of Ivy League college degrees and all of that. With Jupiter, it has got more to do. Even if you haven't gone to a school or attended a college, you are wise. You are built wise and you have this capacity that whomsoever you will get married. Again guys, see, I will tell you my irony, you will laugh at this. When I first time came to Canada, when I used to do part-time jobs and all. So imagine being in a part-time job in any retail brand, my supervisor, just because I always used to like have fun, gossip, and that kind of attitude will not get appreciated by any supervisor and all. And I always used to get that, tough time from my supervisor and all. And once I remember he just said something very nasty and all. You're not even good for this job and all. And on the same day in the evening, I had a reading scheduled with a neurosurgeon from Sweden. And that person is telling me that, Nipun, like that guy with so high IQ and genius is telling me that, Nipun, I find your video very intellectual, very knowledgeable, you are very intelligent. So in the same day, see how my day started and how my day ended. So I mean to say, when we talk about the Jupiter, the kind of wisdom which comes from the Jupiter, okay, I'm not saying that I am wise, I'm just giving you a reference example that when we talk about the planet Jupiter, it has got more to do with the optimism, with the divinity, and reverberating with the divine intelligence. taking intelligent steps and being well guided by the faith, by the luck and all. So being a, what do you call that, destiny's child, or being favored by the fortune. So these all are the qualities which you will be seeking in a partner. And guys, for you it becomes very important to marry very wisely, because the right person in your life will actually initiate your or activate your bhagya, will activate your fortune. So yes, if you feel that you are an atheist, but somehow strangely you get all the time attracted towards people who are very faith driven, who are very religious, so this is the kind of answer which the universe is giving you directly or indirectly, that this part of your faith has not been worked properly from the past many lifetimes, and that is the only reason life in a very mysterious way, but as per the perfect plan, is pushing you more towards those people who are representing typical Jupiterian qualities to bring that in your life, give you completion. Now guys, if you have got Venus as the Darakaraka, so that in itself means that from the past lifetime, this part of your personality was not developed or has been worked properly. You might have deprived or devoid yourself from the pleasure, from the comforts, or for the beauty and all. So in this lifetime, somehow strangely, whenever you see any beautiful thing, whenever you see any strong or small hint of, you know, finding that happiness or being well taken care by in terms of pleasure, luxury and all, you automatically get attracted towards all those kind of things. Now again guys, I have read it many places that where people say this thing, that if your Venus is the Darakaraka, you will get a beautiful wife. Okay, that aspect is a lot dependent on what your seventh lord is, in which alignment it is placed. Venus represents many more things as well. Venus also represents love. This is what you have been craving for. Venus also represents that sort of, you know, camaraderie and that sort of unconditional devotion and attachment to each other. So all what I can say is that because you have got Venus as the lowest degree in this lifetime, that part of your consciousness has not been developed properly. You have not put yourself unconditionally in relationship with others in the past lifetime. This could be a case that if in your case with the Venus as the Darakaraka, if your Atma Karaka is Saturn, your personality in itself might be very dry, and this is how you have been, because from the past lifetime this is the only area which you have been prioritizing. But when it comes down to the companionship, no one is asking you to change. No one is asking you to change. All what we are asking is that when it comes down to taking the right strategic calculative decision in the matters of courtship, in the matters of relationship, you need Venus, you need love, you need pleasure, whether you accept this or not. And guys, even if you want to understand, again, do not look at it in this way that, okay, my Darakaraka is Venus, it is placed in the Taurus, yes, I'll get a beautiful wife. No, this is what has been lacking from the past lifetime, and you want that kind of energy to reverberate around you. You want someone who is going to be very strong in terms of commitment. Like Venus in like some Scorpio sign might get along well with a person, a partner who's going to have very flirtatious or roving eye kind of concerns and issues and personality. But if you have got Venus as the Taurus, Venus in the Capricorn, finding a person, a partner who will give you commitment, who will bring that stable love in your life will become very important. And this is what you have been all the time craving for. And lastly guys, like let's say for example, if your Darakaraka is the planet Saturn, now do not say this thing that, hey, who wants the Darakaraka Saturn, it is going to be all dry, my love life is going to be dry. No, it's not like that. See guys, the thing is that, see, Saturn has got its own way of giving you completion even in the matters of courtship and relationship and all, because these guys have got this capacity to stay firm with you even when life becomes very hard. Like guys, honestly speaking, when you go to like any of those, like in India as well, countryside and all these kind of places where you will find like when you get married to someone, just after in 4 or 5 years of the marriage only, the partner, his or health start getting deteriorated, and the other person took care of his partner throughout the rest of the remainder of the life. So you need to have strong Saturn which will give you that sort of loyalty and being consciously aware of your karma. If the similar thing will happen in any of the modern city, even in India, there's a very least possibility that the person will stay in the marriage, because this is what is coming to news these days. So all what I'm saying is that Saturn brings its own level of degree of wisdom, being very dutiful, being a provider in the matters of the relationship, and this is what you have been seeking out in the matters of relationship, like in your past lifetime as well, because this is a planet which is least developed in terms of the work you have done on the conscious level, the kind of experiences, the much which you are enriched with your experiences with the other planets, it was lacking in the matters of the Saturn. When it comes down to discipline, when it comes down to hard work, commitment, loyalty and all. So if you're going to have Saturn as the Dara Karaka, that tells about that you will crave for these kind of people. Like it could be a case that you, rather than eyeing for someone who is going to be bringing a success story, you might get very fascinated towards someone who is like a underdog. Like we keep on coming across those kind of Cinderella kind of stories and all, right? So you might get attracted more towards these things, and people around you might be making fun of yours. Hey, your taste is very bad. This is the kind of person you liked. This is the kind of person you're going out with. But this is what your destiny is. This is the person. Right now, this person is not much in the demand in the college, in the corporate world. You might be feeling a little bit shy and awkward to introduce your taste, your partner, your spouse to your friends and all. But later on in the life, this is one person who will stick and who will take care of you. That's all what I can say. So yes guys, again I just wanted to give you a new perspective when it comes down to the Dara Karaka. If you just want to understand, okay, Dara Karaka plus Atma Karaka, Dara Karaka in this Navmanch, all of that we will do. This was just a philosophical spiritual take on understanding the deeper nuances of the Dara Karaka. If you feel different, write it in the comment section. If you want to share your own experiences, because this is how we best learn astrology, through practical research, through practical data. So whatever your Dara Karaka is, if your experiences are similar the way I explained, please write it in the comment section. If it is not like that, it is completely other way around, my sincere apologies, but then also write, and that's how we will get to know about it. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.